Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive? Today we're really digging into this book. It's called The Secrets of Mental Magic.
By William Walker Atkinson.
Right, William Walker Atkinson. Now, don't let that title scare you off. This
I'm-
isn't just some fluffy self-help stuff.
Oh, no, not at all. Atkinson, he's not afraid to get real. He actually says this book is, and I quote, solid food, not meringue.
I love that. He wants you to really chew on these ideas.
He does. He uses that food analogy a lot. Like,
It's-
don't just read this, digest it, let it change you.
And he doesn't just focus on the typical stuff like, manifesting money or whatever.
Well, no.
He talks about hypnotism,
Mm-hmm.
even like confidence men, like con artists, how they use mental magic.
Yeah, it's like he's saying this mental magic, it's not some superpower, it's all around us.
Right, it's like this hidden force that's always at play, and we just need to learn how it works.
Exactly. And like any force, think electricity, right?
Yeah.
It can be used for good or bad.
Ooh, I like that analogy.
Yeah, and that's why Atkinson says it's so important to understand mental magic, so you can use it to your advantage, but also so you don't get played.
So true. It's like you have this power within you, but you also need to be aware of how others might be using it on you, whether they realize it or not.
100%. And that's actually a perfect segue into one of his big ideas, mentative currents.
Okay, mentative currents. Now, those sound important. What are those exactly?
All right, imagine your mind is like a radio,
Okay.
constantly sending out signals. We can't see them, but they're there. Those are mentative currents. They carry our thoughts and emotions, and they're always affecting the people around us.
Hold on. So you're saying we're all like broadcasting our thoughts and feelings like radio waves?
That's the basic idea, yeah.
Mm.
And just like radio waves, some people are more tuned into them than others.
That's so wild.
He even says some people can sense these currents very clearly, almost like a sixth sense.
So that like bad vibe you get from someone.
Right.
Maybe it's not just in my head. Maybe I'm actually picking up on their mentative currents.
Exactly. And it gets even wilder. Atkinson talks about emotional colors. Each emotion has a color. Anger might be red, joy might be yellow.
Whoa.
And he says these colors, they're actually visible, like as part of a person's aura.
Wait, so if our mentative currents are carrying these emotional colors, then other people can see our emotions.
According to Atkinson, yeah. And that plays directly into personal magnetism.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. Tell me more.
Well, he says people who give off positive emotional colors, they just naturally draw people in. But if you're all about the negative vibes,
Oh.
you might be unconsciously pushing people away.
It's like we're all walking around with these colorful energy fields around us, and that's affecting how people see us, how they react to us.
Exactly. It's not just what you say, it's the energy you're putting out.
Okay, I am all about this.
And get this, Atkinson says that some people can actually control these mentative currents consciously.
Wait, hold up. Are you saying we can learn to control this stuff? Like to influence people, influence situations on purpose?
That is exactly what he's saying. That's the real mental magic, being able to harness your mind to get what you want. But, and this is important,
Yeah.
he also says you got to be careful with it.
Right. Like any kind of power, it could be used for good or bad.
Exactly. Atkinson, he doesn't sugarcoat it. He talks about adverse treatments where someone might, intentionally send negative energy towards someone else.
Oh, wow. So there's a dark side to all this. It's not just about manifesting your dream life. It's about like ethical responsibility too.
100%. And that's why Atkinson says knowledge is protection. The more you understand about this stuff, the more you can use it for good, and the less likely you are to be manipulated by it.
Makes sense. It's like learning self-defense, but for your mind. So if I wanted to like develop my mental magic, what would I even do?
Well, Atkinson has a whole system for that. He talks about autosuggestion, visualization, and acting out the part.
Okay, break those down for me. Auto-suggestion, that sounds familiar. Is that like affirmations?
Yep. It's all about feeding your mind positive thoughts about the things you want to be true.
Yeah.
Like instead of saying, ugh, I'm so bad at this, you say, I'm getting better at this every day.
So it's like retraining your brain to think more positively and more powerfully.
Exactly. Then there's visualization, which is basically creating a really clear picture in your mind of what you want, like a movie.
So if I want to get a promotion, I should visualize myself getting that promotion, feeling how good it feels,
You got it.
and then acting out the part. What's that all about? It sounds like method acting, but for real life.
It kind of is, yeah. It's about embodying the qualities you want to have even before they're real.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be more confident, you start acting more confident.
So you're not just thinking it, you're living it, even if it feels a little fake at first.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And Atkinson says this takes more than just willpower. You got to want it. Like really, really want it.
That's like you need that fire in your belly to make this stuff work.
Exactly. That desire, it fuels your willpower. It fuels those mentative currents. And that's what makes things happen.
Okay, this is all fascinating. So we've got our mentative currents, these invisible vibes we're all giving off, and we've got these techniques, auto-suggestion, visualization, acting out the part. But how do those all come together to create, like, actual mental magic?
Well, Atkinson says there are two levels to it: mental suggestion and mentative induction. And to really unlock the power of your mind, you need to understand both.
Mental suggestion and mentative induction. Okay, now you've got me hooked. What are those and how do they work?
So mental suggestion, that's like the everyday level. It's about realizing how much we influence each other unconsciously, just through our thoughts, our actions, even our appearance.
Right, it's not just what you say it, how you carry yourself. Everything sends a message.
Exactly. Think about it. We're constantly picking up on these subtle cues from the people around us. Our brains are wired to make connections, to draw conclusions, and those first impressions, they really stick with us, don't they?
They do. I know I'm guilty of that.
But Atkinson says there's a whole deeper level to mental magic. He calls it mentative induction.
Mentative induction sounds intense.
It's where those mentative currents we talked about, they really come into play.
Mm.
This isn't about subtle cues anymore. It's about like direct energetic influence between minds.
Okay, so if mental suggestion is everyday influence, mentative induction sounds kind of like telepathy.
That's not too far off. He actually called it telementation, this ability to like transmit your thoughts and feelings directly to another person, no matter how far away they are.
Okay, now this is where I'm like, hold on, is this real? But you said before that Atkinson tried to ground all this in like actual science.
Well, yeah, he was writing over 100 years ago, right? And back then, people were making all these crazy discoveries about electricity, magnetism.
Radio wave.
Exactly. And Atkinson, he saw mentative currents as working on a similar principle, like invisible waves of energy connecting us all.
So it's like we're all tuned in to this universal radio station of thoughts and emotions, constantly sending and receiving signals.
I like that. That's a great way to put it. And just like with radio waves, some people, they just have a stronger signal, you know?
Mm.
They're more sensitive to those mentative currents. They can pick up on them more easily.
Okay, so that bad vibe thing again.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not just me being judgmental. Maybe I'm really picking up on someone's negative mentative currents.
That's exactly what Atkinson would say. And get this, he even says that we can learn to control those mentative currents consciously, to influence people, to influence situations, to basically get what we want.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me we can actually learn to do this stuff? Like to shape our reality with our minds? That sounds like, I don't know, superpowers or something.
That's what Atkinson proposes. And he doesn't just throw it out there. He actually gives you techniques. He calls it mental architecture.
Mental architecture.
Okay, I'm listening. Imagine you're an architect, right? You're designing a building. You wouldn't just start laying bricks all willy-nilly, would you? You'd have a blueprint, a detailed plan. That's what mental architecture is all about. You're creating a mental blueprint for the reality you want to build.
So it's not enough to just vaguely wish for things. I got to get really specific, really clear about what I want.
Exactly. And it's not just about the visuals either. You want to bring in all your senses. What does it feel like to achieve this goal? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? Even taste. The more vivid you can make it, the more real it becomes in your mind.
So it's like I'm creating a movie in my mind of my dream life.
Yes. And then you step into that movie and you start living it, even if it's just in your mind, as if it's already happening.
And that's where acting out the part comes in, right?
Exactly. You're not just thinking it, you're living it. So let's say you want to be more abundant, right?
Okay, I could definitely get behind that.
So you start acting as if you already are abundant. You're generous. You're grateful for what you have. You carry yourself with that energy of abundance.
So even if my bank account doesn't show it yet, I can start acting as if it already does.
Exactly. You're aligning your actions, your energy, with the reality you want to create. Remember, Atkinson says our thoughts and emotions, they're always radiating outward, influencing the world around us.
It's like we're creating our own reality, whether we realize it or not.
Exactly. And it's never too late to start creating the reality you want. Now, Atkinson, he doesn't just talk about using mental architecture for like, money and success and all that.
Yeah, what else does he say?
He also believed you could use it for healing, for personal growth. He called this mental therapeutics.
Mental therapeutics. So using your mind to heal your body.
That's the idea. Atkinson, he was convinced that our thoughts and emotions, they directly impact our physical well-being.
Okay, that makes sense. When I'm stressed, I definitely feel it in my body.
Right, so he argued that by, consciously directing positive energy, healing energy to different parts of your body, you could activate your body's natural healing abilities.
So it's like using the power of your mind to help your body heal itself?
Exactly. He even describes techniques for, sending healing energy to other people. He called it absent treatment.
Absent treatment. So
Yeah.
like long distance healing with your mind.
Yep, that's basically it. Now, obviously, we got to take some of this with a grain of salt, right?
Right.
I mean, these ideas, they were pretty out there, even for back then.
And we know a lot more about the brain now than they did 100 years ago.
Exactly. So we don't want to take everything Atkinson says as, literal scientific fact.
Right.
But even if we approach it all with a healthy dose of skepticism, I think there's still a lot we can learn from him.
I agree. Like, even if we don't literally believe in mentative currents, the idea that our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality, that's powerful stuff.
Absolutely. And at
Yeah.
the end of the day, that's what Atkinson's work is all about. Recognizing the incredible power of the human mind.
And realizing that we're not just victims of our circumstances, we have the power to change our thoughts, change our beliefs, and ultimately change our lives. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. These ideas, they're over 100 years old, but they're like more popular than ever, you know?
Right.
Like everyone's talking about manifestation, the law of attraction.
It's true. But Atkinson, he goes beyond just the techniques. He talks about developing certain mental faculties, almost like building blocks for a powerful mind.
So it's not enough to just like think happy thoughts. I got to actually train my brain, like going to the gym, but for my mind.
Exactly. He talks about courage, firmness, self-confidence, concentration. He says these are essential not just for this mental magic stuff, but for anything you want to achieve in life.
Okay, so tell me more about these faculties. Let's start with courage. What does that even mean, like in this context?
Well, for Atkinson, courage, it wasn't just about physical bravery,
Yeah.
It was more about mental strength, facing your fears, standing up for what you believe in, even when it's hard.
So it's like that inner strength to like push through self-doubt, overcome obstacles.
Exactly. And he said courage, it's like a muscle. You can build it up with practice.
Oh, interesting. So how do you do that? How do you practice being more courageous?
Okay. Well, he suggests things like affirmations, visualizing yourself overcoming challenges, and most importantly, taking action, even when you're afraid.
That makes sense. Like proving to yourself that you can handle it, even if it scares you a little.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's firmness, which is kind of like the flip side of courage.
Okay, how sick.
It's that unwavering determination,
Yeah.
that stick-to-itiveness that keeps you going when things get tough.
So it's like setting a goal and refusing to give up no matter what.
Exactly. You're not deterred by setbacks. You just keep pushing forward.
I like it. Okay, what about self-confidence? That one seems pretty self-explanatory.
It is, yeah. It's about believing in yourself, your abilities, knowing that you deserve good things. And this is actually where it all ties back to those mentative currents we were talking about.
Ooh, okay. How so?
Well, if you're walking around feeling insecure, doubting yourself, other people are going to pick up on that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if you project confidence, even if you're still working on it internally, it can actually change how people see you, how they treat you.
So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The
Yeah.
more confident you act, the more confident you become.
Exactly.
Mm.
And the last faculty he talks about is concentration.
Concentration. Okay.
And this one, Atkinson believed, was like the foundation for all the others.
That makes sense. Like you can't really be courageous or firm or confident if you can't even focus on what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about training your mind to stay present, to resist distractions.
Which is harder than ever these days.
Right. With all the phones and the notifications.
It's like my brain is constantly being pulled in a million different directions.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But the good news is concentration, just like those other faculties, it's a skill you can develop. Atkinson gives you exercises, techniques, all that.
So it's not like some people are just born with amazing concentration and the rest of us are out of luck.
Nope, not at all. It just takes practice, like anything else.
That's good to know. So, okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. Mental magic, mentative currents, these mental faculties. It's a lot to take in, but it's all super fascinating. What's the key takeaway here? What do we do with all this?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway from Atkinson is this. Our minds are far more powerful than we realize. We have the ability to change our thoughts, change our beliefs, and ultimately change our lives.
I love that. It's a call to action. It's about taking responsibility for our own reality.
Exactly. And whether you believe in all the details of his theories or not, that core message, it's incredibly empowering.
It really is. This has been an amazing deep dive. William Walker Atkinson, The Secrets of Mental Magic, everybody. Even if some of it sounds a little out there, I think there's something in here for everyone.
Definitely. It's a great reminder that we're not just passive observers in our own lives. We have the power to create the reality we want.
We do. And if your mind is powerful enough to influence the world around you, what kind of world are you creating? That's something for all of us to think about.
That is.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. It would be a great source of help to maintain and develop this channel and the correlated website. This book overview was presented to you by olbooksummary.com. Are you interested in more insights into personal development books or motivational and inspirational books? Please visit olbooksummary.com and you will find a library of the most helpful self-development and human character development books overviews. See you soon with the next books overview video.